I don't know if this is going to work. I'm in the park next to where, as you know, I've had issues with a few people there and weird conversations and stalking-like behavior. So anyways, I want to talk real quick about money and AI as a mirror. People who see this might click off of it after they hear how I'm going to approach the topic, but I just wanted to do a little reminder to people because they might not, libertarians and the elitists and the crypto kings and queens might think that this isn't going to affect them, but it is absolutely going to affect them. It's going to affect everyone who wants to maintain their own sovereignty and their basic human rights and human dignity. So yeah, it will affect everyone, everybody. So sorry, I had really bad dry mouth and I had to go get some gum, so I apologize if you can hear that a little bit. The reason for money, you have to remember our ancestors, they grew their own food, made their own clothes, and you might think, well, that's boring, or I don't want to do that, or I don't have time for that, I'd rather just go pay somebody else to do that. But think about what you are doing with your time. You're going and you're working for someone else, you're trading your most valuable commodity in this realm, which is your time. That's your most valuable currency to trade, is your time, and pieces of your soul at a time, with that time, cent by cent, little by little. And you're trading your time to work for somebody else, for somebody else's paper, for somebody else's coin, for something somebody else tells you is worth something, whether it really is or not. It's all about perspective in that way. Our ancestors did everything for themselves. They grew their own food. The families weren't sent off. The children weren't sent off to school. They learned things at home. They learned how to count at home. They learned real life skills that they would need to carry on and live and survive. Now we're passed off to other people who teach us bits of knowledge that we really don't need for much of anything other than trivial pursuits and, basic, historical facts that aren't even true historical facts anymore, we found. So what they would do is they would try to get everybody and pull everybody off of their farms and their land, them to go to the cities, and they would trade. They would say, get on the grid, you can have electricity, you can have, milk brought to you. You don't have to milk your own cows or goats anymore, or make your own cheese or make your own butter. And they would lure people away. In this time, with the system and the reset that they're doing and the switchover that they're doing, people think, well, this isn't going to affect me, but it is going to affect you if you want to maintain some type of sovereignty or control over your own life. Basic human rights. I'm talking more basic than the constitutional rights. That piece of paper doesn't give you any more rights than the maker who created you and put you here. But it is good to have to protect those rights. Hello, it's nice to see you. So they pulled people away from the farms, and as they were doing that, not only did they lose their land, but they also lost their skills, and they no longer passed those skills down to their children. How to can, how to make jelly. I watch Appalachian families, they're still doing that. They're still passing down those skills. They're still teaching them the history they need to know about their own bloodlines, about their own families. Most of us don't even know where we come from, but those people who are still living those lives know that, and that's why they're trying to do land grabs right now, and they're trying to do all this mining and raping of the American land, is because of our debt and because they don't want anyone left who knows the true history and who knows how to do these things for themselves. The best thing you can do in this time is get a skill. Money is for people who don't have skills. And this is going to sound very insulting to a lot of people who are lost to this materialism and who are lost to this idolatry of Trump. Money is for people who lack basic skills to get through life and survive on their own. So what does that say about these people who value money over human life, human dignity, over relationships, over family, over loyalty to family, over love, over their spouses, over their children, over their fidelity? When you choose money, you're not just choosing like a secure future, right, or security or financial stability. you're choosing to forego and forsake things that are much more valuable. So I would advise you not to do that. Do not allow these things to continue to happen and allow money or shekels or crypto or whatever it is to mislead you. The best thing you can do is to learn skills for yourself. Learn how to grow your own food. Learn how to make your own, learn how to can your own vegetables. Learn how to make your own pies and pie crusts, and learn how to make your own cheese and milk. Learn how to do these things. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Learn how to do these things for yourself so that in these times of scarcity, you will not suffer and your family will not suffer because you have these things, and it's not for lack of money that you're suffering. Because again, money was created for people without skill. It was created for people who were lazy. Wall Street was well known back in the day that you could not trust a man in a suit. There are many old stories and old fables and old lore, and people look at that today, and it's very sad that our young ones look at this today and they think, well, that's ignorance, or you just didn't know, or that was lack of knowledge, or you were more stupid back then, or you were just dumb back in the day. You understand, you have to ask Google for everything. Your grandpa, your grandma, they didn't have Google. They know things because they were taught them. They know them because it was handed down to them. They know how to survive because they experienced it and they lived through it. They know how to grow their own food. They know which plants to eat that are safe and which ones are not safe. They know how to forage. They know how to can. What are you going to do when they shut this system down and switch over to the reset? Many of you have already sold out your own families. You've already done it. Oh, look, he's going backwards. You don't like me sitting here. That's too bad. I'm not doing anything wrong. The other thing is, we are responsible. This is the second half of the video now, because that's all I really have to say about that. Money is for people without skills. It's for people who cannot survive on their own. It's for people who suck off the system and they don't know basic survival skills. Most of them don't know how to fish. They don't know how to hunt. They love to eat the steak, but they cannot stand the actual processing of it, of the